kasi ang bangko para sa pag-transfer ng pera na galing sa illegal na aktibidad. So ayaw ang batas na to, ayaw niya itong gawin ang mga financial institutions as instruments for illegal activities. So we all know all across nations we have this what we call mga gaya ng nabanggit nyo kanina, which is yung illegal drugs, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So, if I also remember it right, na penalize nga ang HSBC dahil dito in the US because HSBC was used by a drug cartel in Mexico
Mm-hmm.
in transferring a payment of drugs coming from Mexico to the US. So, ginamit ang HSBC. And if I remember it right also, yung if my memory is correct, na-penalize ng HSBC ng almost 1 billion.
Wow.
So in a latest also in our country, so this is not all, this is just stating the facts. Diba? Yung nangyari lately, di ba po?
Mm-mm.
When you remember it right, yung isang balaking bank din na pinasukan ng coming from a scammer, di ba? Yung
Oh,
transfer from Bangladeshi bank into a local bank na na-involve pa yung mga senior
the
owner.
manager. I
If
think the manager.
yan, di ba? Meron siyang manager.
Mm-mm.
Tapos yung manager na yon ay it was that client which was not conducted of a what we call KYC. Kasi we have a policy in financial institutions including banks
Mm-mm.
that we have to conduct what we call KYC. Very basic. When you talk about KYC, it is know your client rule. So you have to establish who is really the source of that money. Okay, so that's the reason why sa ating mga tagapakinig din, when you transact in the bank, be patient. Okay, be patient also when the tellers or the new accounts or yung ating mga receptionist doon na pag magtatanong sila, that is just part of the procedure. That is part of their compliance to AMLA.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi yun nga yung sabi ko, banks, also yung mga yung money transfers natin na kung saan nagta-transfer tayo ng pera, di ba? Even sa GCash, pag nag-open ka
Oo.
ng account mo, tinatanungan ka ng identity. So, it is not because gusto kanilang pahirapan or to know data about you that they can use it in the future, but then again, it is more of their compliance to the Anti-Money Laundering Act. Kasi nga, yun nga, at the end of the day, what this law prohibits is that it should not, this financial institution should not be used for as intermediary for illegal activities. So, yun. Ayaw ng law na yan. Kasi kung titingnan mo kasi in the past, maraming mga ganyang nangyari. Like yung siguro ito ring amendment niya way back yung ating Republic Act 11521. Diba meron siyang amendment kasi from RA 9160 naging may amendment siya under RA 9194 in 2003, and then after almost 20 years nagkaroon ulit siya ng amendment through RA 11521 in 2021. So if my memory is right, yung amendment niya in 2021 is actually to cover yung latest na nangyari, di ba po, yung nangyari sa ating yung isang bank manager na di ba pinasok sa Bangladeshi bank, and then to this local billionaire, ano rin ito one of the top 10 banks yata ng Pilipinas, doon pinasok. And then later on, it was found out na yung pera pala na yun, it was from a scammer in China. Kinuha niya sa Bangladeshi bank and then dineposit niya sa Pilipinas. So what happened is that yun nga, because of the trust and confidence also of that manager, diba, pinigay niya yung trust and confidence sa kanyang senior officer na siya yung mag-o-open account. But then again, yun din ang paalala sa atin na we make sure na yung mga kliyente natin ay kilala natin sila. So more especially when these clients are those clients that are involved are foreigners. Kaya nga nabanggit mo kanina, sir, yung mga yung sinabi ninyong beneficial owners. So baka mag-fill up din kayo sa bank. Marami po kayong mga parang nagagalit tayo minsan. Masyadong nakikialam ang mga banks or mga financial institutions. Why is it that they are still digging some personal issues? So wag kayong do not be reluctant in giving this information because these are only for bank purposes. Hindi naman yan gagamitin sa sa illegal na activities kasi we will be answerable also under the law if we will maliciously use your personal information for any other matters as intended. So wag tayo sanang maging reluctant ay yung mga pigil sa ating pagbibigay ng personal information or we should also be patient when the process is it takes time for us to process such transaction like opening of an account. Kasi kung nag-open tayo ng account, ang daming tinatanong, lalo na kung isa kang korporasyon, so hiningan ka kung sino ano yung authority mo to open that account, meron ka bang resolution, so sino ang hingin ka rin ng kanyang general information statement, yung JIS yung sinasabi information, hiningan ka ng articles of incorporation, so like for example yung mga ganong requirements, and then kung nakita nila how are you related to this company like that. So hingan ka ulit ng maraming documents kasi it is their obligation. Okay, it's on their obligation to comply with this law. Kaya ngayong sinabi niyo, sir, di ba? Minamadali ay ni-remind nga ng ating pangulong PBBM, di ba? Na sana as of this time, sana compliant na tayo sa standards, sa international standards kasi as of this time, yun nga yung sabi niyo po, di ba? Na hindi pa tayo compliant. Ano kasi ang the other peoples may ask ano ba kasi ang benefit naman natin when we comply with this law? So siguro yung iba hindi nila ramdam yung impact nito sa atin kasi unang-una batas lang yan, hindi naman tayo nagtatransact ng millions kasi
malaking halaga ng pera. And in the statement from no less than the chairman of I think chairman or president of the Anti-Money Laundering Council, kuna na abogado ket this way we can also shorten transactions so that OFWs could benefit out of this by way of using bank-to-bank transaction and other forms of sending money from abroad. My question na abogado is in regard to that. May panggap iti detoy kasano kaliti pa nakamonitor na no bank-to-bank transactions dagiti OFWs nga maisarek dito yung Pilipinas.
Okay, so unang-una, syempre, nangamin dito, Siraya, there will be a limitation also when, di ba, yung ating, most especially, internationally, di ba, when you talk about OFWs across almost all countries, merong Pilipino yan eh. So, syempre, kung yung isang country, like the Philippines, ay identified to be a haven for money laundering na maraming dumadaan na maruming pera